If you are using AI tools, you know how powerful it is to take a system, combine it with AI, and then allow it to like do the work for you. Unfortunately, most of us get stuck when we have small little systems that we have to integrate somehow together. And I don't know about you, but sometimes I find that it actually takes even more effort to be able to do all of this because we have to patch all of these different systems together. Well, recently I discovered a tool thanks to my good friend Reed Florin. So shout out to Reed. I discovered a tool called Mindpal that allows you to be able to bring all of your AI systems together into one magical workflow. So literally, it's like you're having 50 assistants working at once while you go take a shower, go enjoy your life. And I am so excited today to have my new friend Tham here with us to be able to tell us more about this tool, Mindpal. She is the founder, and I am just so unbelievably excited to be able to have you here today to share more with us about the magic of Mindpal. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you, Molly, for having me today.
We're going to have so much fun. The way that we're going to do this, so if you're here live, let us know in the chat. We're live in multiple places, kind of all over the place. If you're here with us, just let us know that you're here live in the chat. If you're watching in the replay, drop the word replay. This will be available in the future. We're not like taking this video down. You'll be able to join us. And I just am so excited. So if you're here for the first time with us, my name's Molly Mahoney. I'm really just thrilled to be able to hang out with you all today. I've been teaching AI strategies since way back in 2021, which makes me feel kind of like a dinosaur. I know AI has been around forever. I'm so excited to learn, Tham, how long you've been teaching AI. We've been helping people, business owners, to create content to grow their business since way back in 2013. And I'm just really, really excited to dive into it today. So we have some special gifts for you and all kinds of stuff. So can you start by just telling us like how you even thought of creating this tool, how you got into all of this? I'm so excited and interested to know about your background. And then we'll go into a demo, maybe a secret coupon code, and we'll do a Q&A too. So keep your questions coming. We've got lots to cover. Tell us how you got started.
Yeah, thank you so much, Molly. So I'm Tham, and the story of MyPal is also quite interesting. So at first, we started MyPal as a simple chat with documents app. That was back in last year when there were a lot of apps to allow you to chat with PDFs. But didn't allow you to chat with documents. So this was when ChatGPT and Claude didn't even have the function for you to upload your documents and chat with them yet. So we've spotted a huge opportunity there. We built an app that allowed people to just dump all their files and chat with them, and that app got a lot of traction within the first 2 weeks. But then, as we got more customers, we realized that chatting with a document is actually just one part of a bigger process. When we do things at our work, for example, a lot of people here are doing content creation, right? We
Yeah.
often have a whole process to do that. It could get all the way from research to coming up with the outline, coming up with the ideas, finalizing the content, and many more things. And different people, different business have their own way of doing these kinds of processes. So that's why we decided to upgrade MyPal into a platform for you to create AI agents. So instead of just chatting with documents generically, you can now build AI agents that are trained to do one specific job to be done, and you can build a whole army of AI agents like that for you, and then that's how the AI agent concept on MyPal got started, and then as we serve more and more customers, actually right now we are serving over 2,000 customers right now.
So
So
cool.
yeah, so I'm also very, very excited, and all of the learning that we have got from our customers taught us one crucial thing. That is, when you work, we don't work with these AI agents in silo, but we actually involve them into a process. For example, when you do content generation or content repurposing, if you repurpose a blog post into content, you likely would have different channels that you want to write content for: LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, all sorts of things. So it would make sense if if you need to manually switch from one agent to another just to do this whole process. So that's how we came up with the feature multi-agent workflow, which, like its name suggests, is a very convenient way for you to connect multiple AI agents together into a process, and you will get all of these AI agents collaborate together to do all of these things for you. So imagine if it's content repurposing from a blog post, you will get a LinkedIn post, a Facebook post, an Instagram post, an email newsletter if you want, all of that all in one go.
Okay.
So
And I
yeah,
am that like, let's just talk about the AI agent piece for a second. And we're going to do a full demo of this so you guys will see everything from the inside to like really understand how it works. But I
yeah.
think the thing that I have been most excited about this, where I was like just so blown away and obsessed, is the way that these AI agents can work together without needing to have you as the middleman. And this is something some people here may not even know like what AI agents are. And so I know there's some terms that we may be using that you may be like, what are they even talking about? So if you are watching us live in the chat, if you can just give us, and I'm going to pull the chat up on our side here so that we can see. I don't know if you can see that over on the side, Tham, if you see over, like we've got Cassandra here, we've got Linda, Sarah, amazing. Oh, thank you, Sarah Janes. We were trying to go live inside the content club also, and for some reason it's just freezing and oops, spinning. So I'm gonna post that link inside the club too. Thank you, Sarah. Good to have you guys here. As we dive in, I would love it if you could share a queue in front of questions in the chat, and then we'll come back and answer those questions at the end. So we're going to do a full deep dive up front for those of you who are ready to jump on the fast train with us, and then we're going to come back and answer questions at the end. Also, we like to do something around here called a nugget giveaway, which I don't know if you're fully familiar with how this works, but we always do a giveaway, or we like to do a giveaway on these live streams. So I'm going to give away a copy of our book, Finding My Awesome, to one person at the end of this chat. All you have to do is drop the hashtag nugget with your best takeaway from this presentation as we're going through everything. So keep the nuggets flying in the chat. We have a couple of different live streams going, so I can see that we have people on Facebook and on YouTube here. I also just really want to take a moment before we dive into the full demo and talk about what an AI agent is, this idea of an AI agent. And I'd love your thoughts on this, Tham. I also just really want you guys to think about this like you have someone who is a specialist in one specific task, one specific strategy. And what happens oftentimes if you're only using something like Claude or ChatGPT without segmenting out these agents into specific tasks is that it gets very overwhelming and muddled and kind of confusing. So for those of you that have been in our community for a while, you know that I'm obsessed with this idea, Tham, which we've never talked about before because this is our first time meeting. But we have this concept that I created called GPT stacking, where you create custom GPTs and then you actually integrate them together. So I am really obsessed with this idea of these agents who are, specialists in different areas. And then you say, hey, my, ideal client specialist, talk to my video specialist and make this thing happen. But the problem is we always have to be in the middle of it as an individual human that is kind of the middleman between these agents. So maybe we can actually just jump in and you can show us what's happening with this tool and show us like how these agents work together. And then I just want to remind you guys, as she's showing all of us this, we are going to have a really special code that is going to maybe allow you to get a magical percentage off of this tool. So stay with us because I'm going to show you that code in just a moment so you guys can jump in and try this too. And it's just going to blow your mind. So why don't you jump in and show us how it works?
Yeah, thank you so much, Molly. I'm excited to share with you guys all about Mindpal. So can you guys see my screen
In just
clear?
1 second, because I'm going to turn it on. Here we go.
Okay.
And okay, we're going to go deep into the tech side of this. Remember, if you need strategic help, we've got you in the content club. So I'll put some information about the club there too. This is really focused on the technique, the technology that we're using, and then all of your strategic stuff we can support you with also. So stick with us. It's going to be amazing. Okay, we can see
Yeah.
your. Oh, we're seeing restream on the screen though, which is. So we were seeing. Let me try it again. We're seeing the video stream, not Mindpal. Can you try it again?
Yeah, actually, let me try it again.
Okay, and then while she's pulling that up, I'm gonna give you guys some magic here in the chat. Oh, we got it. We got it. No, it's still showing. I don't know why it's showing restream on the screen that you're sharing.
Okay.
Can you select a specific window? I know when we did it earlier, it worked perfectly, but
Yeah. Let me try
okay.
this. How about
Yeah,
now?
that's it. That's it. Perfect.
Okay.
That's just an authenticity indicator, so we know that you're actually a human being. Because there we go.
Yeah. Okay. So you can find MyPal on mypal.io or mypal.space, and we are a platform for you to build your AI workforce. I know it's a fancy word, but essentially you can build your whole army of AI agents and multi-agent workflows to automate thousands of tasks in your business. Now, before we
And let's
jump
actually,
right
in
in,
case anybody wants to like follow along with us, I put it on the screen already. So if you guys go to molly.live/mindpal and you use the code Molly, you'll be able to get 20% off because Tham is amazing and just shared that with me right when she joined. So I'm so stoked. So if you guys want to play along and follow along, you can use that link that I put on the screen.
yeah, thank you so much for that, for sharing that, Molly. And so before we jump right in on the technical part, let me show you a sneak peek of what you can build on MyPal as a trailer for you. So this is one AI tool you can build on MyPal. This is a repurposed YouTube video AI workflow I have built on MyPal, in which when you provide it a YouTube video like this, so this is a YouTube video I just took from our YouTube channel here, where we talk a lot about different use cases of MyPal and different tutorials. Now MyPal has learned this URL, so we can go ahead and you will see the magic happens. So okay, so I'm very excited for this. So essentially, this AI workflow will read through this video and it helps you craft a LinkedIn post here. And then it will continue on with a Facebook post and then a Twitter post, an Instagram caption, marketing email, and a blog all in one go.
But the big thing
So
to recognize here is notice that put your hands up in the air. Like she's not guiding it through this. It is going through all of these different agents on its own. It's like passing
yes.
the information off from one to the next. So it just literally can keep going. Is there a limit to how many agents we can connect in here?
Actually, there's no limit. Last week, I just met a customer who has built an AI workflow that has 70 steps.
Okay. It's
So
wild.
yeah,
I mean, and
yeah,
if you're in the content club, you may have seen that I shared one that I created based off of one that Reed Florin created, which had it creates 50 lead magnets for you. So like literally wild. Wild.
yeah. Yeah, it's wild. And as you can see here, instead of spending hours on this content repurposing task, we just it just takes us 2 minutes or something like that to get all of these posts ready. And the cool thing about MyPal is that this AI workflow is fully customizable. You have the power to craft any AI workflow that you want to do your own process in any way that you want it to do. And I'm gonna show you exactly how to do it now. So when you sign up on MyPal, this is your MyPal workspace. And this is the homepage where you can directly access any AI agents or multi-agent workflows you have built on MyPal. Now, an AI agent on MyPal is essentially like Molly said before, it's a specialist trained on a specific task for you because AI is very good at specialized tasks. Instead of squeezing everything into one AI agent, you can train each of these agents to master one specific thing for you, and you can summon it to do tasks for you whenever you need. Now, on MyPal, to create a new AI agent is very handy. All you need to do is to describe the job to be done for this agent, and we will handle the initial setup for you. So, for example, I will take something very simple here that probably many of you are familiar with, writing a LinkedIn post. But I will also provide an example output of this so that this AI workflow will understand what kind of output I'm looking for. I'm gonna just paste in some previous LinkedIn posts I have written and generate this with AI. And MyPal will automatically suggest a good LinkedIn post writer agent for you. You can now save this agent.
And
And
so
this is
this is, just let me pause here for a second. This is similar to those of you that have created custom GPTs. This is similar to what we've been doing in the custom GPTs where you come up, we have a very specific voice method that we use to make sure that the custom GPT is really strategically giving you the best type of content, right? I love that this is a great, just kind of a kickstart to get you started so you're not starting from a blank slate, and then you can come back and layer on the real, like, mwah, prompt engineering that we love to teach you how to do. This is an amazing start by just giving it an example, and then it will analyze that content that you're wanting to reference and give you a prompt to get started.
Yes, yeah, that's right. And when after you have saved the initial agent setup, you can further customize it to make it work exactly the way you want. You can put all of your prompt engineering magic here. The background field is where you can specify like the job description for this agent, while desired output format is a dedicated section for output format. You can customize what kind of output you're looking for in this field. But you would also got many more other settings to customize this agent. One is knowledge and web search. So you can train this AI agent on any knowledge sources that you have. On MyPal, you can quickly upload any file, be it PDF, Word, PowerPoint, Excel, video, audio, or you can provide any websites here. And then it just takes a couple of seconds to a couple of minutes if the knowledge sources are heavy. But then you can connect any AI workflow, any knowledge sources here, so that it would become the knowledge for this AI agent. So, for example, if I want this AI agent to write posts on behalf of MyPal, I can give it all the knowledge sources I have about MyPal, so that it always have the
Wait,
context.
let's just pause for a moment. Did everyone see what she just did? So she had a folder of the knowledge sources, and now it's bringing in 11 knowledge sources from her folder
Yeah, yeah, that's
in one
right.
click. And this is why it's so important. And we keep talking about this for you to have those foundations in place so you know your brand voice, like your frameworks, the things that you're actually like basing your business on. By having these details crafted and fully solid and ready to go and putting them in here, you can use them again and again and again.
Yeah, that's right, Molly. And on MyPal, once you upload the knowledge sources, you can actually connect the knowledge sources to as many AI agents as you want without having to re-upload all of these again.
It's so amazing. I'm just I'm so blown away and I love it so much. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you're like, I wouldn't even know what to put in there, we got you. I'm going to put a little link for a dollar trial of our content club where we teach you how to get all the foundations in place. If you haven't done it, I'm going to plop that on the screen too. So keep going. This is so amazing. I love it so much.
Yeah, and besides from the internal knowledge sources that you have, you can also connect this to web sources. So it could be Google, it could be YouTube, it could be Paxos Archive or Semantic Scholar if you prefer more academic sources. So depending on the task, feel free to connect this agent to these web search sources so that it always have the most up-to-date information. So this is knowledge and web search. After that, you can further customize the output. In this case, you can specify a language We support most common languages here, so you can pick one. And you can also connect to a brand voice actually. So this is where the brand voice taught by Molly comes in very handy in this case.
I love
So
it.
yeah, so a brand voice on MyPal when is essentially a setting that you can teach the AI agent to learn a specific brand voice and mimic that brand voice in all of its output for you. Now you can create a brand voice for your LinkedIn post, a brand voice for your YouTube scripts, a brand voice for your blog post, a brand voice for different things that you have.
Is there a limit to how many different brand voices you could have?
No, there's
What?
no, yeah.
Y'all.
And the cool thing about MyPal is that we don't charge you on the setup side of things. So you can create as many agents as you want, as many AI workflows as you want, as many brand voices as you want. All of that is free of charge. We only start charging when you use these AI agents and workflows.
Okay. Now, the other thing that I'm so really obsessed with for all of you about this is if you have an agency, if you are doing work for clients, we have all of these different brand voices built out inside our chat GPT, different custom GPTs. But imagine now if we take those from custom GPTs, we now can put them into tools that we can give to our clients as an extra added bonus as an agency. You can have, like, one thing that I love doing is we have a service where we help people to build out their own AI tools because we do so much on the strategy side of this. So if you need support in having these built out or you want to learn how to build these out, these are things that you can actually sell as a separate standalone tool that you can use for other people, for your clients, all of this. It's like so amazing. So
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah. Thanks, Molly. That's a solid suggestion. In a little bit, I will show you exactly how you can share these AI agents and AI workflows with others via a shareable link or an embed code to put it on your website in just a moment.
It's so cool.
Okay, yeah, and to create a new brand voice on MyPal, you can start with pasting some content here and click analyze. And then MyPal will suggest an initial brand voice analysis report here for you. So this is the initial suggestion. But of course, when you create this brand voice, you totally can customize it further based on your own way to for the tone and voice part. So feel free to customize it in any way you want. So let me name it to LinkedIn style, and we can try using this brand voice connected to this LinkedIn post writer. So after we got the output settings done, another thing we can customize for this agent is model settings. So the good thing about MyPal is we provide you different AI models here so that you can choose any AI model that you think is best for the task at hand. So when you chat with ChatGPT, you are using GPT models from OpenAI. When you are using Claude, you are chatting with Claude models from Anthropic. And but on MyPal, you can actually have both and plus Google Gemini, Llama from Meta here, all in one place. You can select different models for different agents depending on the task. For example, if it's writing, I often always go for Claude 3.5 Sonnet because it's my favorite model for writing tasks. If it's writing a report or more structured output, you can go for GPT, for example. The choice is yours. So yeah, so let's pick a model for this agent. And tools is where you can give this agent extra capabilities. So by default, these agents will respond to you in text, right?
Okay, guys, get ready. Like, really, this part is going to blow your mind. And I was so excited when I played with this. So, like, drum roll, please. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, Molly. So, what if you want this AI agent to actually, like, for example, generate an image for you, or search for stock photos, or search for news and blog articles online, and many more? The tools is where you can do that. You can you can assign as many tools as you want for this agent depending on the task, and it will help you to do the task you want with these tools. So for example, if this agent is your graphic designer, you can totally assign it the generate with image with Recraft, or generate image with DALL-E, or with Flux here. You can choose any tool that you want, and this agent will use the tools to do the task for you. So this is what the tool's about. And imagine these tools would become even more powerful when you can combine multiple AI agents into one workflow, right? Because that means you can have one agent to write text, write posts for you, and another agent to generate the image for you all in one go.
It's unbelievably amazing. Unbelievably
Yeah.
amazing. We have some really good questions coming in too. Remember, we're going to come back and do the questions when we're done, but I just know, like, Linda, Sarah, I see your questions. We're coming back.
Yeah, okay. I will show you a real AI workflow that incorporate both text generation and image generation in a moment. For now, I think we are done with this LinkedIn post writer. So what you can do now is that you can actually call this AI agent here, and then you can ask it to do something for you. But again, one tip to use agents on MyPal is that you can actually call multiple agents in the chat. So let's say I can call my Twitter post agent here too, and I will ask it to write a post about maybe let me see. I can pick a YouTube video here, uh, and I would copy the link. I will ask it to write a post to promote this video. Let's do that and hit send. Now, what MyPal does is that first, of course, it will need to read the YouTube video first to know what the video is about, and then first it will write the LinkedIn post with the LinkedIn post writer here, and then next is the Twitter post agent.
Okay,
And
now this is back to where in Chat GPT, the big strategy that we teach that I'm obsessed with is called GPT stacking, where you do that same thing, the little at symbol, it pulls your custom GPT. But in Chat GPT, you can only talk to one at a time. You can't talk to multiple people at the same time. So the fact that
yeah,
we're able to talk to multiple agents at the same time here is so amazing. And I see some questions about, like, can you cancel all your other AI tools? We will come back to that at the end. So keep going.
yeah, okay. And so this is a very flexible way to work with AI agents, right? You are not limited to one AI agent in one chat. You can actually, after you chat, you can not just chat with multiple AI agents at once, but you can actually flexibly change AI agents in the middle of the chat. So for example, after I got my LinkedIn post and Twitter post agent done, I want to need to write a blog post, for example. I would just select the blog post writer here and keep going with the conversation. Each chat is not limited or tied to any specific agent, so that will give you a plenty of flexibility to work with AI. But this is just scratching the surface of MyPal actually. Previously, I have shown you how you can connect multiple AI agents like this into an AI workflow so that they can autonomously work without your supervision, right? We are gonna do exactly that. And you can do that in the workflows section
Ta-da!
tab on MyPal. So to create a new AI multi-agent workflow on MyPal, it's also very straightforward. You can just describe what kind of workflow you need, and we will generate it for you. So, for example, let's try with the repurposed YouTube video.
Can we, is there something we can, because a couple people have asked, like, does it only work with video? Does it only work with content creation? Like, do you have any examples that are not using video or not using content creation?
Of course. How about we can it can work with a bunch of different use cases. Let me think of one. Instead of AI workflows on MyPal can process links, can process files or images or text. So it's up to you to design your AI workflow to work in the way you want. Um, I I can
Let's
show you.
even if you go to that like personalized B2B outreach plan, what is that one? Can you show us that one?
Okay. Yeah. So this is
I'm just like looking at different things that are here. Sasha, I hope you
okay.
are grateful
Yeah.
that I. Okay,
Essentially, this AI workflow would take in company website, the contact LinkedIn profile, the product services you would like to sell, and it will first research the company and contact. It would generate a personalized narrative that fits with the contact, but at the same time promote the product and services you would like to sell. And then it will create cold call scripts, cold email sequences, LinkedIn connection notes, all in one go for you. We can
so
actually,
there's like a example where this isn't about content creation. It's about figuring out if you're a business owner, which most of us here are, right? How to connect with someone. Let's say you're not a business owner. Let's say you run a nonprofit and you want to connect with people that are going to be potential donors. This same system you could do with that. Let's say you're a teacher and you're looking to connect with people who can come in and speak to your college students. This system could work for that. So like there's so many different use cases and different niches and verticals where like there's just so many possibilities.
yes, and I can show you more use cases that are not just limited to content creation. For example, this is one AI workflow that a lot of people have been using on MyPal. This one is for event planner. So you can create a comprehensive event planner for your business. If you run a lot of events like webinars, for example, like this live stream, you can configure an AI workflow that take in some basic information like a brief about the event, target audience, stuff like that here. And then this AI workflow will brainstorm the event titles for you. Then you can pick the best title that you want to go with, and then it will create event description, a logistic prep checklist for you, write social media posts for different channels, write event invitation email, copy for event registration page, email sequence for participants all in one go. So
So
this is
literally anything that you are doing in your business, and I would say like, there is the human expertise aspect of this, right? The things that
yeah,
you are doing, you can now systematize in a process like this. It will run on its own. And then all you need is a human to come on the other side to really review and customize. I
yes.
just for time period, I know we have lots of questions too. So are there other things you want to make sure you show us in the demo before I start asking questions? Because I have other questions also.
Yeah. One more. I have two more things that I would like to
I
show
know.
you guys.
Okay.
One is that now, well, I have shown you how to view the AI workflows here, right? But so far we have seen you have looked at how to run these AI workflow one at a time. But what if you have multiple inputs you want to process at once? So for example, for the repurpose YouTube video workflow, or for this one, I have another workflow here for podcast and webinar recap generator. Right? You may not you may have more than one webinars you would like to write a recap for. So the good news is that you don't have to run the AI workflow one by one. We have
Okay,
a
this blew my
feature.
mind. I'm sorry. I totally forgot that this
Yeah.
existed, and I know I get very excited. You guys, I took all of our done for you clients and I ran all of, because we have a lot of very in-depth content creation prompts. And if you're in the content club, you've used our AI super prompt and you know how crazy it gets with like the output has spreadsheets on it. I reached out to Tham recently. They totally like redid the way that the tables are now displayed in there. So if you've seen our tool, it's even better now because they're amazing. But I ran like 7 different clients at one time. I couldn't believe it. So show us that.
Yeah, so the way you can do that is that when you run, and instead of opting for the single run here, you can actually choose bulk run. And you can just upload a CSV that contain all of the inputs here. In this case, the webinar YouTube link, you can put in like 50, 70 YouTube links here and start running in bulk. And what we do is that we will process all of these in the background for you, and you can check back in a couple of minutes, and you will see all of the results ready for you to review. You don't have to sit and keep your window open and wait one by one. So that's the good news for you if you have a lot of workload to process. And another thing I want to show you is that you can share this AI workflow with others very quickly by opting for this option, publish as a form. Once it's published, you can share this workflow with others via a shareable public link like this, or embed on your own website with this embed code. And you can also connect your custom domain to this AI workflow too. So instead of workflow.mypal.space, Molly can use molly.live slash awesome AI or something like that, and it will you can totally put your own branding in the tools that you share with
Which makes
others.
it super easy. We call it a word of mouth link. I think I learned that from Ryan Levesque years ago, but it makes it super easy, like to put it on the screen like this. So instead of saying workflow.mindplow.space. Blah, 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 like molly.live/mindpal, you can create things like that to make it really easy for you to be able to use these tools both as lead generation tools, but also, as you're going to see, there is a paywall option as well. So you can actually sell these tools. Go
Yes.
ahead.
Yeah, there's actual Molly is correct. There's actually a paywall option on MyPal. One way for you to monetize these tools is that you can add a payment step in the middle. Actually, I haven't configured my connect this to my Stripe account, but essentially the idea is that you can connect MyPal to your own Stripe account, and you can add a payment step in the middle anywhere of this AI workflow, and the user would need to pay for you before getting all the results. So that's one way for you to monetize these AI workflows.
It's amazing. Okay. So, I mean, everybody's freaking out in the chat, and there's so many questions that we have and all kinds of awesome things. So, I have a question while you're here on this section. While you're running things, if you go back to where you showed the runs that had been created before, or like if you can you go to one of the screens where you show the results that can, yeah, like right, even just right
Yeah,
here. So let's
yeah.
say you get to, so go down to the one further down, that one's fine. And then let's say you get to the description here and you realize, actually, I don't want there to be emojis in this. And I'd like, let's say you want to give some feedback to just this section to have it regenerate. Can you just show how you can edit right within here with the regenerate, continue, all that kind of stuff? Because we had an event for our members. We have a program called Social Sales Stars, and we had an event at our house, or at my house, for our members, and everybody here was running through the thing at the same time together. It was really awesome. We like broke it. It was amazing. And when there were a couple places where maybe it looked like it wasn't going on or it wasn't going to the next step, and all you had to do was hit that continue button. But I think all of these little action steps right underneath right event description are really helpful. Can you walk us through those?
Yes, so we have a couple of utility functions right here to help you refine the output of AI. One is continue. So this is for steps that you would like to get a longer content. So usually, people often use it for tasks like brainstorming. When you have maybe the AI suggests you 10 ideas or something like that, but you want more, you can click continue, and it will follow continue the output right here. And so this people also use it when they need to write a much longer content than what the AI is able to by default. So after the AI finish, you can just hit continue, and it will continue the output here too.
And I don't
So this
notice that
is
happening very often, but with ours, for some reason, there were a few people that it happened on. So you just hit the continue button and it keeps going. It's
Yeah.
like a little wake up, give it a cup of coffee, and it'll keep going. Now with the
Yeah.
regenerate button right there, if it's going to so you click that, see how it says any requirements, you can actually give it new instructions on how you want it to redo the task. My big question was, if you have all of these agents all connected and you regenerate one step and the next step is based on what that answer was, is there a way to restart the whole flow, or do you need to do it again?
Actually, right now, there isn't a way to automatically restart this AI workflow, but we are actually working on that. That feature should be available by the end of this week because it's also one of the most requested features on MyPal.
Okay, I just have to say how impressed I am with the way, like, you guys, we have one that generates a table that I'm obsessed with that we use in our content club. It's our awesome AI tool that will create your brand voice. It does your ideal client avatar in our very specific weird way that we do it. It creates a tree of buying beliefs to get people to really understand that your content is there to help you to want to buy things in the future. It creates all of your content in a spreadsheet. And we were having a little issue because the spreadsheet wasn't scrolling over. So you could only see Monday through Wednesday. You couldn't see Thursday and Friday. It was there, but you couldn't see it. And I reached out and they fixed it like immediately. I was so impressed with how fast you guys are just like, it's just so amazing. I'm so, so grateful. Really, really cool. Okay. Should we see if there's other questions, or do we want to, is there anything else you want to show, or can I go into more questions?
Yeah, I think let's go to the Q&A section. I'm gonna stop sharing my
Okay.
screen.
Well, actually, I have a question also about the webhook integrations.
Yeah.
So can you show us, like, many people have asked, okay, now let me move that off the screen because your face is covered up. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. Hooray. Ah! Hide. Sorry. Ta-da. All right. So you have all this content created, right? So it's all here inside this either the spreadsheet type table, or it's there in the whole display where you can see it. Can you explain to us the ways that we can then use that content? Like, how do we download it? How do we move it to other places?
Sure. Let me share my screen again.
Yeah.
Okay, can you see my screen right now? Can you see my screen now? I think I
Sorry.
have
No,
shared
we're
it.
showing the video screen again. I don't know if you can go over to the Mindpal. We just see restream.
Okay. Yeah, let me. Yeah, I wanted to choose a entire screen. I
Yeah.
just forgot that.
Okay.
Okay,
There
can you
you
see
go.
my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so after you have got all of the content done, there are a couple of ways for you to use it content. One very simple way is that you can copy and paste. But if you don't prefer it, you can also export this to a PDF or a doc in case you want. But if you want this the result to be sent to somewhere else, we actually have a feature for that, and that is called post-run webhook here. So at the end of the AI workflow, you can have this AI workflow to automatically send its result to a webhook link for you. So this is how you can connect MyPal to Zapier or Make, and you can use Zapier and Make to add the result from MyPal to your content system, to schedule it on your social media channels, and do anything you want with it. We
You
have
can send the results back to people via email, right?
yes.
Yeah, so it can integrate with your high level account. Like, there's just so much that you can do with that webhook aspect. So this is a little more technical and complicated. I just want you guys to know that that's there. And then you can also download these as a PDF, or you can copy and paste it and put it straight into a Google Doc. You can have it update a Google Sheet automatically on its own. There's just so many capabilities if you really want to dig into that side of it. Another question
Yeah.
that came in, which is in a similar vein, is, and this is how I'm using mine. So it was a really good question that came in. Can you actually use your own OpenAI account for tokens and things like that? And how does that work if you want to use different models? Like, since I have mine connected to my own OpenAI account, how does it work when you want to use different models?
Yeah. One perk of MyPal is that you can. So when you sign up for our plans, each user would have 6,000 AI credits by default. But if you want to go over that limit, you can actually bring your own open AI key into MyPal. And once you have brought your own key there, you can get unlimited AI credits. So you can use AI agents and AI workflows as many times as you want. So when you bring your own keys, you actually would need to bring your own key for Anthropic as well, so Claude as well, because you can use both OpenAI, GPT, and Anthropic Claude unlimited.
It's Wait, say that again. When you have say that one more time because I was reading the comments. When you use your OpenAI key, you can what?
You could have unlimited AI credits.
For Claude and the other things also? No.
Yeah, so when you bring your own open AI and Anthropic API
Oh,
keys,
Anthropic. That's why. Okay, perfect. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Amazing. I love that so much. Seriously, seriously awesome. So I am blown away because we opened this up. So we have a tool that I can show at the end if we want to, but we have a tool that is unbelievably amazing that we created within Mindpal, and we have it for our content club members. And I was a little nervous because we had so many people using it that I was like, oh my gosh, am I going to end up paying like $7 million? But I was blown away by how affordable it was when you connect it to your own OpenAI key. So it like 100 tokens with OpenAI, it's like nothing. It's like it's so ridiculously affordable. I don't know how much it is, but it's insanely ridiculously affordable. With this, if we are wanting to replace these other tools, what are your thoughts on whether or not you can just cancel all of your other AI tools? Because we've gotten
Yeah,
that question a bunch in the chat.
actually, a lot of our customers switched from ChatGPT and Cloud to MyPal, and they cancel their ChatGPT and Cloud subscription entirely.
So I will tell you why you may want to keep it and then why you may want to replace it. So there are some questions which we'll come back to, but if you can get ready to answer about in video and Opus Clips and actually editing, like actually editing video, because I'm not sure if it does that. So we'll come back to that. But in terms of ChatGPT and Claude, the thing that I would say is that you can do so much that you're able to do with Claude or ChatGPT or any of these, Perplexity, that type of stuff that you're already using. For me, the reason that I would keep ChatGPT is because with custom GPTs, you are able to connect with other people who are using OpenAI. So
Mm.
like looking at the way that you use the chat, you really can customize it even more than you can, because I love using the custom GPTs inside ChatGPT and having them like all work together. But with the chat here on MindPal, you can pretty much do that. The only thing I would say is that I'm assuming at this point ChatGPT has more users than MindPal does, I would guess.
Yeah, of course.
And so if you're creating your own custom GPTs, which we teach as a lead generation strategy, you're not going to have that same reach with your custom GPTs. Or if you want to be using other custom GPTs that other people have created outside of MindPal. But one thing we haven't talked about is the marketplace within MindPal. Can you show us a little bit about that?
Yes. So on
I'll screen
MyPal,
share again.
after
Hold on.
you have created these AI workflows, there's actually an option for you to publish to the template marketplace. And this is where it goes. It would be featured on our marketplace like this, where a lot of people also have been sharing their AI workflows too. You can actually set a price for this. So people would pay you in order to duplicate the AI workflow that you have built.
And then they pay what, because I haven't done this part yet, they pay a one-time fee to be able to use it.
Yeah, they actually pay for the template. It's a template, so they will pay a one-time fee to duplicate this AI workflow into their own workspace in case they have, in case they want to further customize it. Yeah.
Amazing. Okay, and then are you able to see who it was that bought that from you?
Yeah, actually, we use Stripe So MyPal would connect to your Stripe account to process the payment. So as soon as you got a payment, someone paid for you, you should see the notification along with some information about that person, as well as the template that they have just bought.
Okay, but so will we, like, let's say you bought one of my templates, would I know that you were the one that bought it, or would it be something that I would just see that Mindpal purchased it?
I think that on Stripe there is an email section, so you should see the email of that person.
Okay, so I'm thinking this can also be something, and I haven't done this part yet, but this could be something that if you sell a template for like $7, it's a great way to bring in people that you can then follow up with and also offer your other services to. So it's like a low ticket lead magnet. If you have them for free, do we get to see who uses it for free or no?
Uh, Actually, no, no for now. But there's a cool feature of this. You can actually set up your creator profile here,
Okay, I like it. Amazing.
and you can put as your own links here, so people can. So
Yeah,
when people, if people use even your free templates, they still know you, and they
amazing.
can follow you on social media, things like that.
So good. That is amazing. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so I see some questions like I'm brand new to the content club. This is super interesting to me, but incredibly overwhelming. Do I need MindPal now? So here's what I'll say. And if I know, we are doing a huge AI foundations workshop tomorrow, so anybody who's coming to that, we will be talking about like the slow foundations versions of this. What I would say is I would start by learning how to do this prompt engineering stuff first. So if you're in the content club, at the top, there's a little section on your brand voice. Like go through that so that you even can wrap your brain around it. And then it's going to be super easy when you get into MindPal. You'll start to understand the way that these AI systems work. I would love to know, did you have a background in AI or like what was your background before coming in and creating this tool?
Actually, before MyPal, I was a business major. So
Okay.
I was a business person. But actually, when AI came out, I got really interested in it, and I actually taught myself coding in order to build this tool with my co-founder Tuấn here.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh. That is
yeah.
amazing. And
So
where do you
yeah.
live? Where are you? I know we didn't even like talk about more about you as a human. So where I'm so excited about all of this. Where do you live?
Yeah, our team right now is building MyPal from Vietnam, the beautiful country in Southeast Asia. Yeah, but our company is actually a U.S. company, and our investors also come from the U.S.
Oh, it's so cool. I'm really, and I'm also like, we've talked about this a lot. Those of you that are deeper in our programs, oftentimes I'm one of, if not the only woman on a panel of AI, experts or people speaking about AI. And so it's just also so refreshing and so great to be able to have another female here with us too. So we really are just so grateful that you're here to show us all of this magic and so grateful for you and Tuan and all of you that have been emailing and everything that you do to keep us informed because we're just really excited about all of it. So thank you so, so much. Let's jump into a few more questions. Can you talk about the chatbot features of MindPal? So you showed those in the beginning, but can you maybe show us some examples of how the video or photo? Are there any video aspects in here? Can we create videos with MindPal or no? Or not
Uh,
yet?
Yeah, right now there is an existing pre-built tool for video, but if you want, you can connect MyPal to any video generation tool that you
Do you have
have.
any examples of that are already built that you could show us? Because I've not done that yet.
Actually, I don't think I have one example in mind yet.
Great. I am going to make that my mission for this weekend that I'm going to do it. So I'll have an example for all of you soon.
Yeah.
Um,
So should we talk a little bit about our chatbot feature?
yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, so essentially, after you have built your AI agents on MyPal here, this is your AI agent library. You can actually publish it as a chatbot, and then so like for example here, you can it's essentially for example, one of the chatbot we built here is our customer support chatbot. So you connect this. I just connect my customer service agent here to as the back end for this chatbot, and then you can further customize other information like the title, the image, the description. Some if you want to collect user information or not, and you can also send the user information collected to a webhook if you want here. And you can further customize the chat interface too. It could be hi, MyPal branding, your brand color here, and the welcoming message, any message suggestions that you have. So it will it will display first so people can click and chat with the agent. You can also further customize the access security. So, for example, you can enable a custom domain to this chatbot, and you can restrict the embedding and sharing of this chatbot to specific domains to avoid abuse. You can enforce a rate limit here. So, a couple of settings for you to make sure your chatbot is secure. And then after you publish this, you can share this chatbot as a link or embed it on your website as an iframe, so it will stay in the middle, or as a chat bubble widget here. So it will look something like this. So this is our website.
Oh, wait,
This
let
is
me move
our
our faces out of the way. I'm moving us. Ah, shoot. That's not what I meant to do. Hold on. Sorry. Here, do you guys see? I know our faces are right underneath it, so I'm going to try and move us right there. Okay, go for it.
Yeah, so for example, this is an example of how a chatbot embedded on your website would look like. You can embed it here, and then you can chat. Your visitors can chat with it, like what is my power, what is the price, and yeah. So that's how the
I love it.
chatbot is about.
Okay, I'm going to rapid fire questions because I actually have another call right at 10, which is in 1 minute. So, Linda had asked a really great question about whether or not the information is kept private or if it's training AI.
So don't worry, all of the information on the data that you upload on MyPal is not sent to the AI models for training at all.
Amazing. And I see that we have Genevieve here, and she is clearly a heavy Mindpal user. There are ways that you can ask people to give you their email address in order to use your free tool, which we're using heavily across all the ways that we're doing these. What I'm talking about is what I was asking about earlier is if people are grabbing your tool as a template, if there was a way to get those emails, which it doesn't sound like it is, but if you make your creator profile strong enough, it can still work that way, which is how you do it with ChatGPT also, which I love. And I love it. Okay, amazing questions. Would you be able to cancel in video and Opus clips? At the moment, not yet, but maybe you're working on video editing. I don't know if that's a new thing or maybe not. We'll just
Actually, yeah.
we'll just keep that one on there. So know that this is not a video editing tool. It's really a creation tool and it's a repurposing tool. But if you want to edit your videos, I would suggest something like Descript is probably the easiest one to have for all the multiple features. And but Opus, we love Opus and we love InVideo also. Okay. Can it automatically email a result to a creator? Yes. And so that's what you do with the webhook, which is a little more complicated. So we'll come back to that in another training, or inside the Content Club, we can show you more about that. There are so many amazing questions that we can come back to this chat and come back and answer. Are there other integrations that we can do, or are they all through the webhooks?
Can
know
you
what I mean by
repeat the
that?
question again?
Yeah, so with integrations, if you want it to integrate with other things, is the only way to do that is with webhooks, correct? There's not like a Google Sheets integration or something else like that. Everything is through the webhooks, is that right?
Yeah, right now it's through the API and webhook feature, but we are working on that part to make integrations more native to MyPal. That would
Amazing.
become part of our tools
Okay,
feature.
I'm so excited. You guys get in on this now. Let's do one final round of nuggets and then we'll hop off. So if you can just drop your nuggets in the chat, I'm going to put this little overlay on the screen so that we can celebrate Tham and be so excited that she was here with us. I'm just so, so grateful. Thank you so much for joining us all the way from Vietnam. What time is it for you right now?
Actually, it's 1 a.m. for
Oh
me.
my God. I cannot believe that I did not think to ask you that ahead of time. And I am so grateful, like unbelievably grateful for the energy that you are bringing at 1 in the morning. Just unbelievably grateful. So drop your best nuggets in the chat. We're going to pick a nugget winner to win a copy of Finding My Awesome. Remember that you can go to, let me just bring this up on the screen. You can go to molly.live/mindpal in order to get access to this amazing tool. Use the code Molly to get 20% off. And if you want any support on this, reach out. We have an amazing content club, which I would love to support you in. We also have services where we help you to build these tools out for you. So we have several people who got in on a Black Friday special for that. So I'm really excited to be building these tools out for you. If it feels overwhelming, know that it gets easier the more that you do it. Tham, anything else you want to add just as we're closing up?
I have nothing to say. I'm just so grateful to be here. Thanks, Molly, for having me. And don't worry, guys. I'm a night owl, so this is normal for me. So yeah, it's really great to be able to connect with all of you here. And I hope to I would love to join your Facebook community too. And let's
Hey,
stay
we would be
connected over
so
there.
honored if you wanted to jump in there. I know that I actually have some more technical questions that I didn't want to overwhelm people with today. So I'm super excited if you're open to that. That would be so, so awesome. So we're so
Yeah,
grateful. You guys
yeah,
in the chat,
I
there's
will be
60
happy
of
to
us
do
here
that.
right now. Drop your best takeaways. I don't see enough nuggets right now to actually pull this out. So, what is your favorite thing that we shared from all of these features? Let's give them loads of love. I'm just so, so grateful. And it's just really amazing. This is so good. Sarah says this should be called Mind Blown, not Mind Pal. Wait, I clicked the wrong thing. But hold on, where did that go? Shoot, right up here. This is my favorite. That's a good one. Thank you, Sarah. You know what, Sarah? I'm going to say you win. So, Sarah, you're a nugget winner. I don't ever do that. I usually pick it totally at random, but that one was really good. So, send us an email at Molly at the Prepared Performer, and we will get you a book in the mail. Send us your address. So many awesome nuggets, and I'm just so grateful. So we're gonna end the live stream now. Thank you guys so much. And then Tom, if you could just stay on with me for 1 minute, I'd love to just talk a little bit more as soon as we wrap up. So
Yeah,
thank you
sure.
guys so much. Remember, the strategy behind this is what makes it work. She has made it so easy for us to be able to use these tools, and the real magic happens when you show up. So thank you for showing up with us here today. If you have more questions, we are here. Reach out. Just so much magic is available at our fingertips.